On a recent trip to the Great Barrier Reef, research scientist Lena Bay prepared for a dive. It's something she's done thousands of times before and still gets excited before plunging into the water.
You never quite know what you're going to see when you put your head under. But one thing that you can be sure of is that there's always going to be something that is beautiful and something that will surprise you.
Bay and a team of scientists from the Australian Institute of Marine Science collected corals from the reef and are putting them through a kind of stress test.
It's a bit like putting humans on a treadmill and running them as fast as they can to see how fit they are. So we do the same with temperature on the back of the boat.
Testing the fitness of corals here is important because the health of the Great Barrier Reef is failing due to climate change. It's believed the reef has lost more than half its corals since 1995. Scientists say warming ocean waters are causing more frequent mass bleaching events. That's when corals lose the algae inside of them that serves as a food source, leading to starvation and death.
What we are most concerned about is the frequency of disturbance that the reef has been experiencing for the last 10-15 years. You're just not giving the reef enough time to recover.
The loss of reefs wouldn't just impact the vast amount of marine life they support, but also the people who have come to depend on them. Australia's Great Barrier Reef helps to generate billions of dollars a year and employs tens of thousands of people. One thing is clear to scientists at the moment, and that's regardless of whatever steps we take immediately to address climate change, they say our oceans will continue to warm before we realize any benefits. So Bay and other researchers are focused on finding ways to help reefs better withstand the impacts from a warming planet. The key may lie within the corals that somehow manage to survive when exposed to warmer water.
So what our work is really focused on is identifying those tolerant individuals and finding out why they're more tolerant than others.
Scientists are selectively breeding these heat-tolerant corals and using genetics to help populations adapt to more extreme conditions. Despite this sense of urgency, Bay views her role as a privilege.
They are incredibly fascinating places. The biodiversity is out of this world, and the complexity of a coral animal is just incredible. And so there's always more to learn, and we're never quite done.
Which is why she says it's so important to do everything possible to help these corals survive now and into the future. Navarro, CGTN, Sydney.